So whether you have watched Game of Thrones, whether you believe it's the best show ever made, or you're among them people who believe the show is overrated, one thing we can all agree on is that however fictional the show is, it offers us entrepreneurs crucial lessons on how to navigate the business world. I'm going to be sharing 9 lessons I picked up from the show that have a very big impact on me as a leader and as a businesswoman. Number 1, empower your employees. Daenerys buys a troop of slaves, trains them, and they do as they are commanded. One very important attribute that she adopts is that she gives her troops freedom and motivation. They feel that they are important to her and therefore remain very loyal to her. In turn, they seem to be even more loyal to her by choice rather than by force. Literally here, what we can learn is treating your employees with respect and supporting them in their difficulties will make them more motivated. If you think of your employees as whole human beings with different things going on in their life than just numbers that are clocking in or out, for sure you will achieve better results. It comes down to proper human capital management. The good managers will make sure that their employees are being taken care of. However that may look like for each employee. To get the most out of the employees' performances, you need to make sure that their basic necessities are being met. An effective financial plan and recognition as a result of an efficient performance will help you to have happy employees. Always listen to your followers. Daenerys is a good leader. During all the seasons, her goal was to make the world better. She offered her people freedom and they loved her. Along with her character, she acted in the best interest, always thinking what benefited her people, and no innocent people died. But in the end, she did make a mistake that cost her her life. Her second dragon was killed, her trusted advisor and handmaid was killed as well. All these losses affected her. Daenerys' character got so furious, she said killing innocent people. When everyone thought that there would be no more war, she announced that the war is not over until we liberate the world, whatever that meant at that time. In short, she said until she could feel liberated, but she used other words. This announcement made her people and closest associates disagree with her. The fatal mistake she made was to let fear and insecurity fill her with doubt, which in turn spurred her to declare a global war. She didn't think of the innocent people that were to be killed, and she refused to listen to her followers. As a result, she was killed by her beloved Jon Snow. Oh my goodness, that was sad. Here we can see also in business and marketing context, you won't literally lose your life, but your business can be smashed by your competitors who listen better to their audience. You need to think about your target customers and followers, and the first point of each marketing or business plan is the target audience. The people you're providing the solution to, people who are giving you money, paying you for the solution. If you want your business to succeed, you need to listen to your audience. Nobody likes receiving negative reviews or complaints from customers, but sometimes this is the feedback we can learn from. By making mistakes and paying attention to people's suggestions, we can improve our product or service. Lesson number 3, winter is coming. Adapt. Let's remember now the beginning of the story when Ned Stark says for the first time, winter is coming. As the winter approaches, all the 7 kingdoms are threatened by the White Walkers. As a result of that, the 7 kingdoms are preparing for future winter. The preparation consists of negotiating between them, fighting and killing each other. Everyone has to adapt to new conditions. As Queen Cersei says, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Here, in the business world, fortunately, you won't be attacked by the White Walkers, at least not as we know them from this show. They might just come in different forms. Like, you can be attacked by your competitors who are adapting to the market change faster than you. No matter if you like it or not, the world changes. The market changes and new trends are constantly popping up. You should be prepared for those changes and take them as opportunities rather than obstacles. For instance, don't Don't stick to your old website because you like it and you feel too nostalgic to update it. Check the new trends, ask your customers for feedback, and upgrade it regularly. Lesson number 4. Be honest and keep your word. Do you remember the famous line of the House of Lannister? A Lannister always pays his debt. Literally, they are rich and they often emphasize it. However, this mantra actually states that they are trustworthy. When they promise something, they keep their promises. Of course, speaking about the Lannisters, their famous words have also negative aspects. If you mess with them, you can be sure they will get their revenge. They will get you back and you will get God. How does this relate to the business world? Be reliable and honest to everyone, to your customers especially, partners, and to your team. In terms of your customers, provide them with impeccable products and services. Speaking of your partner, the same story. Trust each other because you are partners and your peers in this journey. And you're supposed to help each other because business is hard, but it's even harder when it gets challenging. Don't seek revenge if your partners make a mistake or a problem because you never know when you will need them to be gracious to you. Regarding your team, you are in this together, and if you're not honest with each other, this can impact your business. If you don't have a good team and your employees don't trust you, your business won't grow. Lesson number 5. Don't be afraid of taking risks. Remember when Daenerys invited Jon Snow to ride dragon? He has never done this before and says that he doesn't know how to do that. Daenerys' answer is nobody does until they ride a dragon. The lesson, don't be afraid of taking risks. Be brave. You will never achieve better business results if you don't try implementing something new. Sometimes the craziest ideas turn out to be the best ones. Be inspired by Jon Snow and go forth and ride dragon. 6. Strategize. The story at the beginning of the last season, the focus is on the Battle of Winterfell. The houses of Starks, Rhaenys, and Targaryens, and other characters from all the 7 kingdoms united against the White Walkers because the time has come. All these families had one common goal: to destroy the dead army. How they did it? They built upon a strategy. They gathered the information they had about the enemy and they elaborated a plan. As Arya Stark answered to the question of what do we say to the god of death? Not today. Long-term planning is a basic ingredient in helping our company survive through good and bad times. Backup plans and crisis management are essential for any company's progress. This involves thorough strategic planning, which includes market analysis and the future of your company's product. It may also include surveys and public opinions about your company. A better planner who can predict the possibilities of a catastrophe always succeeds. The one who don't are likely to suffer the consequences. In business terms, these consequences can be referred to as a crash, something that negatively affects your whole company. What you need to know is not to give up and respond with a "not today, Satan." Yes, that's not what they say. They say "not today," but I usually use "not today, Satan." Keep fighting and implement new strategy. Lesson number 7. Set a positive example. Lots of characters appear and disappear during all 8 Game of Thrones seasons. It was pretty hard to remember all their names. However, for sure, there is no Game of Thrones fan in the world who doesn't remember Ned Stark. Even though he died in the first season, Ned Stark is one of the most honorable and decent men in all the series. He has principles, a good heart, wisdom, and most importantly, honor. He would rather die than betray his beliefs. You think my life is such a precious thing to me that I would trade my honor for a few more years? Of what? What we can learn from his example is in the business world, as you start your business, you must establish your brand purpose, vision, mission, and values. And you must follow them in order to build up your brand. You need to be honest with your audience and fight for your beliefs as Ned Stark did. Be a good example for your audience and for your team. Lesson number 8. Build a good reputation. When you hear Kingslayer, who comes immediately to your mind? That's right, Jaime Lannister. He killed the Mad King long time ago, and afterward he did many good things. During the series, he turned into a positive character. Nevertheless, and until the end of the series, he was called the Kingslayer. What does this tell us about business? A good reputation is fragile and it needs years to be built back up. And once it's been built up, there are no guarantees you can keep it untarnished. Lesson 9. You are what you do, not what you say. Lord Tywin Lannister teaches a lesson in leadership with this phrase: any man who must say, "I am the king," is no true king, referring to his grandchild Joffrey Baratheon, who was one of the cruelest and most hated characters in the show. Joffrey became a king for a while, but he lacked lots of qualities a leader must have. If you need to highlight and emphasize that you are a leader, this means that you lack the quality of leadership. If your employees don't respect you and you need to remind them that you are the boss, this will impact on your business negatively. Be a good example and leader. Motivate your team. Listen to your audience. As you can see, there are a lot of lessons we can learn from the series Game of Thrones. Adapt. Be one step ahead of your competitors. And don't forget, winter is coming. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Goodbye.